Hello everyone, this is Zoe and I'm going to be presenting my capstone project for social media marketing strategy. So first of all, let me introduce my client. I chose to work with Defy Bradenton, which is a trampoline park located here in Bradenton, Florida, where I live. And I selected this because it's a business that my husband runs, and so it was a natural choice to work with because I already enjoy helping out with their social media, and I thought this would be a great way to produce some great content for them. Defy's vision statement is to make memorable moments through active entertainment for all ages. The content strategy that I developed for Defy started out with primarily Instagram. And I'll go into the audience more in detail in a minute, but Instagram stories are a big deal with our audience because this is how they like to engage. They like to participate in quizzes on stories, see what's going on all the time. So stories is something that I wanted to incorporate daily with the content strategy. And then also doing feed posts twice a week. Same with Facebook, posting twice a week, and the engagement strategies are primarily entertainment and storytelling. So here's our first buyer persona, number one, which is Landon. Landon is 16 years old. He resides obviously here in Bradenton, Florida. Just to kind of summarize the rest, he's a high school student, and a lot of his interests include flipping, parkour, doing tricks, all the kind of things that a trampoline park has to offer. He also enjoys anything having to do with humor, pop culture. He enjoys using social media as well as socializing. His main social channel is Instagram. So again, that kind of ties back to why Instagram was going to be the primary option for my content strategy. His challenges include parental support to pay for the activities and just social challenges as well, as is the case with high school students. And his goals include socializing with friends, perfecting his tricks, getting physical activity in, etc. The next buyer persona is Melissa. Melissa is 35 years old. She is a stay-at-home mom of 2 children, and the family income household income, is about $150,000 a year. Her interests are primarily surrounding her family, so she loves any way that she can entertain her kids, and as well as socializing with other moms so that she can get that aspect in her life. Her main social channels are Instagram, and the secondary is Facebook. So her challenges include everything having to do with keeping her kids healthy, busy, safe, and entertained. She also wants to be able to have enough time for her own social life, and she has a pretty busy schedule. Some of her values include word of mouth, personal recommendations from her friends. She also really enjoys searching on social media and Google for reviews in order to kind of determine where she's going to give her business. Other values are time management, cleanliness, safety, price. So that's kind of an overview of both of our personas. So now I'm going to go to Excel so we can take a look at the content calendar that I created. So here is the content calendar for the month of March. And as you can see, I'll go into more detail about the post specifically a little bit later, but we can see the week here, and then the day is up there on the top. So this just includes the date and time they were to be posted, the message, the link, as in which platform they were going to go on, as well as the campaign name, and then of course the image. So this is the content calendar. Now we'll take a look at the post mockups that I created. And just to kind of explain why I'm using the mockups, I wasn't actually able to post these in real life because of obviously everything that's going on with the pandemic. Defy had to close indefinitely, so along with that, all marketing was suspended, so not able to post any of these things at the time. but these were the mock-ups that I created. So here's the first one for Facebook. This is a post for a birthday party giveaway, and it says, birthday party giveaway, creating memorable moments on the most important day of your year. Know someone with a birthday coming up? Let's give them a free 15-person party. Like, comment, share. We'll be picking a winner every month, ready, set, go. So obviously there's a strong call to action on that one, as it is a giveaway post. Here's the second mock-up, and this one was for Instagram. This one was to be posted during, actually at the start of spring break, and the caption is, school's out and what does that mean? Time to defy. Instead of dreaming about a good time at Defy, make it happen. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Defy is a spring break memory you will never forget. So obviously that one also has call to action about bringing everyone to Defy and spending your spring break that way. Here's the third post mock-up. This one is pretty simple, just a photo of a kid at our park, enjoying the park and wearing our merchandise. So it says, have you snagged any of our merch yet? We just restocked in all sizes. And this is the fourth post mock-up. And this is actually my favorite one. I spent a lot of time creating it, so I'm a little bit bummed I didn't get to use it. This is March Madness Defy Bradenton Edition. So as it says, which attraction can take it all the way to the top? During March Madness, watch our stories to vote for your favorite attractions, and the winners will continue advancing until we have deemed the official most popular attraction. Round 1 is up on our stories now. And then the graphic is a fake bracket of all the different attractions at the park. And I would continue, creating the updated version of which attractions we're advancing on. So it was going to be a pretty fun thing, pretty interactive, including the stories, which is great for obviously the Landon persona that's active on Instagram. They would be able to participate in our stories. So hopefully we can do something like that in the future once we're back open, because I think it would be really fun. And as for the results, obviously, since I mentioned I was not able to post any of these due to the marketing freeze, I don't really have any results to share. However, I did learn a lot, which is what I'll be talking about next. So some of the lessons I learned throughout this class and throughout this opportunity to work with Defy was, first of all, I learned a lot about laying the groundwork for a campaign and how important that is. Because you're going to be obviously putting a lot of time, resources, and sometimes money into these posts and campaigns, it's really important to do your research beforehand and lay that great groundwork instead of just jumping right into it, because all of that effort might go to waste. And some of that effort that you can put in beforehand is researching the target audience. And that was a great experience, honestly, to do that for Defy, because Landon and Melissa really do embody such a large portion of Defy's clientele. And I'm really excited about creating that target audience, because now moving forward, as I help Defy out with their social media, it will be great to have that as a resource, because I did do a lot of research about, what makes them tick, what are their motivations, what are their goals, and that was great to learn about. And I'm excited to do that with other companies as well that I work with in the future. Another one is understanding objectives for each and every post. And that's something that I'm not always the greatest with, because obviously if you have a very sales-oriented post, then you're going to have more of an inclination to determine those objectives. But it's important to do that with every post, because that way you will have metrics by which to successfully determine how it performed, even if it's just for purposes of entertainment. Another thing I learned the importance of is calls to action, because you might put a lot of effort into a post, but if it doesn't really ask your audience, your viewer, to do something, then what's the purpose? So I think a call to action is something I'm definitely going to make sure to implement in my future campaigns. And lastly, something I learned about, particularly with working with clients, is the value of another perspective. Because sometimes we kind of get tunnel vision on our own ideas. At least I know that I do, because I kind of get down this rabbit hole with something I've thought of. And sometimes it's really good to just step back and share it with somebody else and get their fresh set of eyes on it, because they can bring a lot of a lot of great perspective to it that you hadn't really considered before. And so those are the things that I learned. I mean, there's a lot more, but those are just some of my favorite things that I'm definitely going to apply moving forward. So thank you for watching, and I'm really excited to utilize this newfound information.